What's up, YouTube? It's Nishi here. This is like my sixth time trying to record this. I'm just gonna go with it. I hope you guys enjoy it. So, today I'm going to be going over everything that you should know before going to boot camp for your first week, or what you're gonna be trained or told on what you should learn, basically. All that kind of shenanigans. Okay, so you're gonna need to learn the Sailor's Creed. You're gonna be doing this, I believe, every night right before you go to taps. It's pretty generic. The Sailor's Creed, you're always standing at attention when you say it. There's not much besides that. It's pretty simple. Just remember it like the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm a United States sailor. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, and I will obey the orders of those appointed over me. I represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before me to defend freedom and democracy around the world. I proudly serve my Navy's combat team with honor, courage, and commitment. I am committed to excellence and the fair treatment of all. You better not screw up anything, or else you're going to have to recite this until you get it perfectly. I remember we were doing practice inspections, and one of my friends in boot camp, our chief was like, "Recruit, what is the Sailor's Creed?" And he kept getting one word wrong every single time, and he had to do it like 10 times in a row, and everyone was like, "Dude, come on, you already know this." But you should practice this, get it memorized. It'll be really helpful. So, Anchors of Way, you'll be singing this before taps or before you go to bed. I put in the third verse. You're really not going to say the third verse. It's usually the first two, and then let me pull it up here. Sorry. I had a brain fire. I was going to say my retreat training guide. I still have that. I forgot the words that I was going to say exactly. Yeah. So basically, you're just going to do, here's wishing you a happy voyage home, and then you're going to be like, hoorah, your division. Go Navy, smooth sailing, essentially. I'm not going to sing it. I have a terrible voice, and my current setup, since I'm not home, kind of suck. So I'm just not going to go over it. But yes, you're not going to use the third verse at all. Our fourth RDC, you usually get 3, but our fourth, he taught us the third verse. I like it a lot, so I threw that in there. I wish I had the author's name in here. I had it. I just forgot to put it in there, so my apologies. The general orders, you're going to need to know all of them, all 11. You're going to need to learn all 11 of them, word for word. If you mess up a single word, you're going to get hit on it, okay? You need to learn every single one. So the first one is to take charge of this post and all government property in view. And make sure you enunciate it properly too. For me, this is like, I like brain dumped all of this, so it's nice to go over. I think it's gonna be helpful. The second one, to walk my post in a military manner, keeping always on the alert and observing everything that takes place within sight or hearing. The third one, to report all violations of orders I am instructed to enforce. The fourth one, to repeat all calls from posts more distant from the guardhouse than my own. Dude, this is taking me back. The fifth one is the easiest one. It's my favorite. To quit my post only when properly relieved. I love that. Getting off of watch. That's great. So the trickiest ones is 6 and 7. 6 and 11. Those ones are the hardest because they're really long and wordy. So number 6, to receive, obey, and pass on to the sentry who relieves me of all orders from the commanding officer, command duty officer, officer of the deck, and officers and petty officers of the watch only. I almost butchered that just reading that from here. But that's besides the point. So number 7, to talk to no one except in the line of duty. That's a really easy one. Number 8, to give the alarm in case of fire or disorder. Number 9, to call the officer of the deck in any case not covered by instruction. Number 10, to salute all officers in colors and standards not cased. And then 11. I had so much problems remembering this one. I remember during quarantine, our first one, I was like, man, dude, I'm sucking terribly. And he's like, come on, man, I'll help you study. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, my friend Roy, he helped me a lot. But number 11, to be especially watchful at night and during the times. Oh my goodness, I'm butchering this right now. To be especially watchful at night and during the time for challenging. To challenge all persons on or near my post, and to allow no one to pass without proper authority. Oh my goodness, man. So, if you ever mess up and you know you messed up, just say, belay my last, and then you start over again. Don't just keep going. You gotta say, belay my last, and then just start over from the very beginning. That'll help you a lot. And take as much time as you want, or as you need, but I just don't be excessive with it. They're gonna like try and push you. So the RTC maximum: I will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those among us who do. This one's not that hard, and now with Among Us being really popular, or was popular, I think this will be easier. The chain of command. This is gonna be a pain in the butt, 100%. So, with the chain of command, there's a lot of changes that have happened. Like, even looking at my old one, in my book, like there's even differences now. Just in like, let me find it here. I think it was Secretary of the Navy. Like that even changed. Yeah. So you're gonna need to know the President, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of the Navy, Chief of Naval Operations, Master Chief of the Navy. I'm just gonna say Chief of Navy Personnel, the Fleet Master Chief, and then the Commanding Officer or Commander, Naval Education and Training Command. All these, you're gonna need to know all these and all their ranks. This was a pain in the butt to remember. But once you get the ranks down, I don't think it's as hard. It's just remembering the name, for me at least. The ranks, I thought that was pretty easy. But let's keep on going with the rest of it. And then it's the Commander, Naval Service Training Command. And then their Master Chief, essentially the Command Master Chief. The Commanding Officer at Recruit Training Command. The Command Master Chief. The Executive Officer, Military Training Director, the Leading Chief Petty Officer, and then the Fleet Commander. So, if I'm correct, I believe the Fleet Commander are different in Bootcamp depending on your ship. I could be possibly wrong, but everything past Commanding Officer, RTC, this is all within that command. So, if you go to a new command, your chain of command will be different. And then the last part is your ship's officer, which does change depending on what ship you're at. The ship's leading chief petty officer. They're usually chief or senior chief. There could even be master chiefs. I haven't seen one, or I didn't see one when I was in boot camp. And then you have your officer, or your RDCs, your recruit division commander. It's usually a chief and 2 petty officers. I know one division had a senior chief as their first one, but these do vary depending on your division, essentially. And we technically had a 4th one. So, basic knowledge, you should know your military time. Basically, anything after 12, you just add 12 to it. So if it's 1, it's 13. So on and so forth. If it's 5, it's 1700. Phonetic alphabet, that's basically Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Hotel, all that. Recruit handwriting. Being personally honest, like, this screws me up, bro. Like, I still do recruit handwriting to this day. So recruit handwriting is basically just all uppercase. In the exception of, I have it here. Sorry, I guess I should have put in a picture of that, but I didn't really think about it. 1 minute. Yeah, so it's all uppercase handwriting. Very like kindergarten. If you remember the kindergarten tables of how you do your alphabet, it's basically like that. You have to do that on everything you do in boot camp. And now I have a hard time with regular handwriting and then and recruit handwriting because I keep switching between. It's kind of bad. And for zeros, you put a cross through it so they know. Zeros always have a cross or have a slash in it. Remember that. And then all the months are just the first 3 letters, or essentially January, February, all that kind of stuff. So there's the CO's top 6. I didn't put in the little phrases that they go with it, but it's no sexual assault or harassment, no racism, no racism/discrimination, no fraternization, no recruit-to-recruit contact, no hazing, no substance abuse. And then the Navy core values, you're going to hear this throughout your entire boot camp experience. Honor, courage, commitment, and then ranks. So I'm sorry for the image quality. I just ripped off images real quick since I wanted to get this done and get that squared away. So on the right hand side, so the 1/ is a Semen recruit, and technically on their dress blues they don't wear anything, which I kind of wish I crossed that out. But they have different different colors on their stripes depending on what they are, and that kind of relates towards what your rate is essentially. So red is a construction man, which is or fireman. Sorry, not construction men. Red is fireman. So that's like damage control. That's just one that I know off the top of my head. Blue is construction men. Those are CBs. And then green is airmen. And then white is just seamen, which is most standard rates. So, yes, okay. So, with what's on your dress blues, for Semen Apprentice, it is 2 diagonal white stripes. That is a Semen Apprentice. If it was a fireman, if they say, what does a fireman wear on their sleeves of the dress blues? A fireman is a E3, so it'd be 3 red diagonal stripes, essentially. And then petty officer, it would be 1 perched eagle, a specialty mark, and 1 chevron for a 3rd class. 2nd class would be 2 chevrons. 1st class is 3. So with chief, it is. I'm trying to remember. Dude, I'm feeling so stupid right now. On this image, I believe it shows perched eagle, but I don't want to get that mixed up. But I believe it's perched eagle, rocker, specialty mark, and then 3 chevrons essentially. And then senior chief is 1 silver star, perched eagle, rocker, specialty marks, and 3 chevrons. Master chief, 2 silver stars, 1 perched eagle, 1 rocker, 1 specialty mark, and 3 chevrons. So a command master chief. So there's slightly a difference. Their rate is not going to be on their dress blues. So instead, it would be 2 silver stars, 1 perched eagle, 1 rocker, 1 silver star in lieu of a specialty mark. And you have to say in lieu of. Remember that, in lieu of. Don't say anything else. And then technically, there is a command senior chief, which they never taught us in boot camp, but that is a thing. And that's just 1 silver star, 1 perched eagle, 1 rocker, silver star in lieu of a specialty mark, and then 3 chevrons. Then you got Fleet and Force Master Chief, which are the gold stars. And then Master Chief, Petty Officer of the Navy is 3. And then you have your officers, which is 01 to 010. Sorry, I had a brain fart. And then you need to know what they wear on their collar device and on their sleeves of their dress blues. Oh, man. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm really bad at this, so I apologize. If I get anything wrong, let me know in the comments. You can yell at me for being terrible. But yeah, and then warrant officers, you're gonna want to learn warrant officer or W02 to W05. Technically, there is a W01, but at least for me, they didn't teach us about it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.